Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My name is Benton Phillips. Today we're going to be talking about viruses and antiviruses. Has anyone here ever had a computer virus? A few of you out there. What exactly did they do? Did anyone want to tell us what they think they did?
They were annoying.
Oh yeah. Adware and stuff like that are really annoying. A computer virus is typically a type of malicious software, piece of code that is normally designed to present unwanted ads or damage your computer, waste resources, and use your computer for their own monetary gain or just to be a general nuisance. Every day, the A/B Test Institute registers 350,000 known malicious files or potentially unwanted programs. This is a graph showing from 2009 to current date. It is 843.02 million known viruses registered as of October. I'm going to go over a little bit of a brief history with viruses, some few of the viruses that came about back in the DOS days.
Affected. But the question is, where and when did the computer virus come from? Well, for that answer, we have to go back to 1949. A mathematician by the name of John von Neumann proposed the idea of a self-replicating program, which he described as acting much like a virus from the real world. But it wasn't until the 1960s when a group of programmers developed a game called Core Wars, which had a rather unique function. It would replicate itself every single time it was run on a computer. And consequently, it would replicate itself so much that it would actually saturate the computer's memory. Now, what's really interesting about this story is that the developers of Core Wars also worked on an application called Reaper, which was an antivirus application specifically designed to destroy Core Wars of an infected computer. And that actually adds some credence to the conspiracy theory that antivirus software companies actually create the viruses. I'm not saying that they do, but from this story you can see why a lot of people would believe that. In the 1980s, MS-DOS was fast becoming the most popular OS on the planet, and that's where viruses really started coming thick and fast. The OS was targeted by very malicious viruses such as the brain virus, which infected boot sectors of the computer's hard disk and made them inaccessible. And in 1986, we had a major milestone, the world's first Trojan virus called PC Right. By the end of the 80s, virus makers were starting to realize that the best way of creating viruses wasn't to create applications that have to be executed, but to actually infect system files on a computer. And in 1988, we had the Mars worm, which infected over 6,000 computers, which doesn't seem that much now, but at the time, that would have been a lot. Of course, in the early 90s, the advent of the internet and email now meant that viruses could be created and spread far easier. In fact, with the emergence of application suites like Office, and in particular Word Basic, viruses can now be written very, very easily on both Macs and PCs, and subsequently they were spread like wildfire. There was an exponential growth in the number of viruses being proliferated across the globe by email attachments. And this is when viruses really started to kick out. Now, it was around the time of the mid-90s that we sadly also started to see the creation of the types of malicious code we see nowadays all the time, and those were macro viruses. Things like 1999's Melissa virus. Melissa was also known as W97M/Melissa, and it executed a macro within a cache file from an email. This in turn would forward it to 50 people and users out of the address book. It also infected other Word files and then emailed those out as attachments. Melissa would be followed later that year by Chernobyl, which caused widespread hard drive damage. Then in 2000, we had the now iconic I Love You virus, which I remember very well indeed, and it functioned a great deal like Melissa. However, it was much more malicious because it would delete media files like MP3s and JPEGs and things like that, but also email usernames and passwords to the creator of the virus. In 2001, we had the Code Red worms 1 and 2, which infected over 700,000 machines globally and caused over $2 billion worth of damage. Nowadays, there's never been a greater variety of nasty, nefarious applications just waiting to infect your machine. Adware, spyware, malware, and cyber phishing websites are just some of the challenges that IT professionals and support technicians face on a daily basis. We've all seen things like zero-day exploits and, of course, ransomware, which locks up your system and demands cash in exchange for releasing control of your computer. We've even got worms now that will covertly commandeer your system's GPU and use its raw power to mine bitcoins. Then there's bugs that can be exploited a lot like viruses, such as heartbleed and shell shock, which are particularly dangerous if you're going to buy items online. The truth is, the computer virus phenomenon has become a multi-billion-dollar industry, both in terms of the insurance that users can pay, the investment they're expected to make in protection, but also in the maintenance fees and repair fees that they can pay third-party tech support companies. As always, be very careful online, particularly when it comes to any dubious links that are sent to you in email form or indeed on Twitter, and never open any questionable attachments.
So just like he was saying, there's a lot of threats out there. There's many types of threats, like Trojans, worms, spyware, ransomware, adware, and rats. So Trojans are just harmless malware that tries to play off as regular software that would benefit the user and tricks the user into installing it on their computer. Spyware, examples such as keyloggers, designed to save data on the user, such as credit card info and passwords. There's also worms, which jump from device to device, targeting entire networks. And there's ransomware, which hijacks and encrypts your files, demanding money from the victim in exchange for the decryption key. And there's also adware, which floods the users with plenty of unwanted ads and can also be a gateway for a lot of other malicious software to intrude your PC. So now we're going to talk about antivirus and firewalls. So the difference between antivirus and firewalls really comes down to files and software. So antivirus scans the computer's memory for certain patterns of code that may contain malicious malware. Antivirus vendors normally update their currently known malware databases and implement fixes daily, so it's important to have the latest updates on your computer so that you can fight these infections and viruses. There's also different types of firewalls. Firewalls are more like a filter than they are just a wall. They keep the good in and the bad out. There's two types. There's host-based and there's network-based. So host-based firewalls are installed in each individual server that controls incoming and outgoing traffic and decides whether to allow a particular line of code or traffic in and out of a particular device. Whereas network-based firewalls is a firewall that is built into an infrastructure of a cloud or virtual firewall service, such as those offered by VMware or Cisco. I can atone for Cisco security. I use most of their products that are branded, and this video here they'll talk about a lot of their security types with this particular product that they're trying to sell here.
Hello. When it comes to network and cyber security, our customers and partners are faced with many challenges. We are seeing a dramatic increase in the growth of attack surface as companies move to a more mobile workforce using laptop devices, iPads and smartphones. We have more devices that have to be secured. Couple this with continuing developments around Internet of Things, and we're talking billions of devices connected to the Internet, all of which create security challenges. The sophistication of the attacks is ever increasing. With encrypted data, those attacks are getting harder and harder to detect. Then we have the new regulations, such as GDPR, which will expose companies to heavy fines if they incur this data. Those customers that have developed their security systems over time often have the same key elements of the network. VPN for remote access, network access control and firewalls, an intrusion prevention system to protect access to the network and the perimeter. They will have email, internet and cloud solutions, advanced malware and anomaly protection, and some may have DNS security also. The problem is, they've looked at each of these elements individually therefore chosen solutions for numerous security mechanisms. This adds a huge amount of complexity when it comes to the deployment, configuration, and management of the overall network. When you couple this complexity with a lack of security skills that are currently out in the market, and protecting the corporate data and customer information is a big problem. Cisco can help significantly by reducing complexity and automating response. To take you through that solution, I'm going to introduce you to Peter Jones, our Cisco cybersecurity specialist.
Great, thanks, Neil. So the challenges for our customers are clear. Most security networks have been developed over many years, and therefore they've become difficult to manage and can leave gaps in our defences. Cisco have now reimagined security to close those gaps and to put the power back in the hands of the network and security teams. It all starts with the network. Endpoints all touch the network in some way, and therefore embracing the network as a sensor and a security enforcer provides a platform to deliver security in real time. Network access control and identity access management provide the contextual intelligence we need to make sensible security decisions. It provides the who, why, what, where, and how users are connected to the network, and therefore allows us to apply security policy based on user profile. Stealthwatch looks at the behavior of users and devices, looking out for indications of compromise or users that may be exfiltrating data from the network. And our next generation firewall and IPS use the contextual intelligence provided by Identity Services Engine to apply security policies that are relevant for your network as it evolves. We cover the main attack vectors with email and web security, and we use Umbrella to monitor all the connections that are being made from the network, even from IoT devices that may be using unusual operating systems or protocols. Now, all this is great, but it's nothing without world-class threat intelligence. The Cisco Talos organization provides vast amounts of threat intelligence from all over the world, leveraging our relationships with ISPs and large enterprise accounts to identify the latest threats as they're launched. All of our security devices, including the next generation firewall, email, web, and Umbrella, back off to Cisco's advanced malware protection, which is constantly being updated by Talos every 3 to 5 years. We also use AMP to track activity of files across the network, so we can remediate it as quickly as possible. In fact, it typically takes 100 to 200 days to identify advanced malware on a fragmented security network. With Cisco, we've now taken this down to less than 3.5 hours, effectively closing the window of opportunity for an attacker to achieve its objective. We deliver AMP across the network with managed endpoints and our remote users to provide protection across the network, effectively closing the gaps between the systems. So, with a complete security architecture, we're able to move towards real-time response, close the time to detection from weeks down to hours, and reduce the costs of managing a complete security architecture. If you'd like to know more about Cisco's security architecture, please feel free to contact your account manager. Thank you.
So today, we learned a lot on how to understand security types, computer behavioral patterns, viruses and malware, as well as what your security is doing to protect you through your firewall and through your antivirus. Does anyone have any questions? That'll conclude my presentation.